Hey guys, how's it going? It's great to be making another one of these videos. Now, the reason why I'm making it, it's actually to kind of tell you guys what's what has happened since my life changed forever, like 2 years ago. And I think that's still kind of the case, really. But I want to say, really, it's all changed for the better. Yeah, so I think I'd like to say 2 years onwards, I'd like to think that things have changed like for the better, really. But yeah, it's like I usually like to make these sorts of videos. Like I think if I was as active as I once was on YouTube, then I'd be making these sorts of videos a bit more often. It was kind of a thing that like I did because I like to kind of be able to engage with you guys like more on kind of like quite a personal level and being able to like because obviously as you guys will know I usually reply to every single comment and I'll always have like a conversation with you guys and yeah it's kind of like that sort of thing really. It's like I know it's been a long time since I last did one of these but yeah, a lot has changed since that video. If you don't know what video I'm on about, it's on the screen right now. How my life had changed forever over 2 years ago. I could leave a link in the description below. I guess I'll do that, but it's like doesn't. I don't think there's much point in like checking it out. Like this is good. It's kind of like a continuation of like of that video really, and just kind of like how things have changed for the better really, and how things will be like kind of like going forward really, and it's good just to talk to you guys again really, and then also hopefully just be able to kind of like communicate with you guys more, and also just kind of like what will this bring to the channel, how will this change the channel. So this is what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm not going to publicize it, but it's like I know I did talk about it a little bit, but since 2020, it was September 2020 when I'd moved out of home because there was a lot of issues that I was having at the time. I don't want to talk about it all too much, but I can happily say, if you look around me, I've moved again since like the last time I made one of these sorts of videos, as you can see, and where I am now, 2 years later. From moving out of home in September 2020. 2 years later, September 2022, I've moved back home with my family, and I can say that it's been a much better, much happier family, and like I'm just really happy to say that really. It's yeah, that's just kind of what it's been like really, but it's been really good being able to move back home, and yeah, I don't know because I've actually, I mean, we're in 2023 now and like middle of 2023, so it's actually been, I want to say something like 7-8 months or something like that since I moved back home. I've not really figured that out properly, but it's getting on, excuse me, for like nearly a year. But it's good to be able to finally make this video for you guys and just kind of let you guys know like what's been happening really. So yeah, but yeah, like what did I learn from having these 2 years away from my family? There was a lot, in all honesty. There was a lot, but I think what I can take away from this, and something which I would love for you guys to take away from this, I like life quotes like a lot. I think they really do put life into such a real, digestible, such a realistic kind of perspective, and things which like people will really kind of agree with and like relate to a lot. So there's a few life quotes that I could go off really, but my main ones, I think it would just be kind of like, firstly, just being kind, because you don't know like what battles that other people are like having. Because I've been through quite a battle, and not everyone was kind to me, but um, either way, I got through it, and it's like I was always there to help other people, like friends, and like other family members, and like I am especially now like with family, and also not just that, but also just kind of like loving and taking care of each other. I think that's really, really important, which I don't think we do or appreciate a lot in today's society. But I think that's something to really kind of take away from this, really. I think as well, because I did have, and like I still do, to be fair, I do still have like my mental health struggles. I like to kind of like see that as just, I mean, like, I don't know, there's a few ways that I could go about it. It's like there's kind of like continuing to get back up when you get knocked down, but it's like sometimes you just don't feel like getting back up again. But it's, I think for me, I like to look at it as life is a circle. It's made up of like happiness and sadness, and then like the beauty of it is round we go. So just know that like happiness, it will come back round again, and I can say that it definitely has. I think it's a tough one, really, but I think even though like even if you do struggle kind of like mentally, but like everything is like going so well for you, I think it's like once you've kind of like experienced it once, like depression or anxiety, something like that, two things which I will openly say I do suffer with, but it's like I've been able to manage them so much better than I ever could 2 years ago. So that has been a massive achievement and accomplishment for me. But yeah, so I like to go by that life quote, because it, like, I mean, the way I think of it is that kind of like happy days, like they will come again. It's like you will finally find happiness again, and it's like life is a circle. It's like a wheel, kind of like constantly goes round. It may take a long time. It may be a big wheel, a big circle, but yeah, like eventually you find that happiness again. But yeah, it's I think that's kind of like how I like to go about it, really. I know there was another point that I was going to make, really, but that was it. Yeah, I think when you have first kind of like experienced true like depression and anxiety and all that sort of stuff, I think even if you feel like you've defeated it and you found like a happiness, like I've done now, like I'm finally getting like the job that I've always wanted, finally like getting my first step into the industry, and like everything's like going upwards, excuse me, and everything like going upwards, especially for this year for me. This has been such a good year so far for me. But yeah, I think like the way I see it is that like when you've first had depression and anxiety, if you've had it once or twice or like however many times, it's like I say, it's life is a circle. Sometimes like you may not feel it at all, but then there's other days when you're down here and you're like really, really low. But yeah, life is a circle and it keeps going round. But the way I see it is like once you've kind of like experienced it once, there's no kind of like, I think that you kind of always stuck with it, really. I think there's always going to be sad days. There's always going to be days where you're going to be anxious. There's always days where you're going to feel that way. It is partly about kind of like how we cope with it, but sometimes it just gets too much if it's like on a constant daily basis. But no, it's like, I think once you've experienced it once, I feel like it's going to be something that you have with you for practically like lifetime, really. That's kind of how it feels. But like over time, you just know how to handle it better. And it's like everyone has their worries and anxieties and phobias and fears. It's like everyone has them. I do. You do too, probably. But and like depression and sadness, it's like, to be fair, those two, they're not quite the same thing. Depression and sadness, they're actually two quite different things, really. but I think like once you're able to kind of identify and understand what both of them are, then you just kind of like, I don't know, I think you start to understand yourself more, understand, and you're a lot more in touch with your emotions. And that's something that I feel I've really, really achieved over the last 2 years of being away from home. But yeah, I still have my struggles, but I think I just know how to handle them a bit better, or a lot better, really. And I think that's quite a big achievement to have, really. So yeah. But yeah, so how has everything like else been changing since then, really? It's like I've still got my job, the same job that I had back then, but I've actually also got a second job now, and I've, like, whether you guys know or not, but or if you followed me for a very long time, I actually studied at university for film production technology, and I'm happy to say that I've actually got like a second job, and it is in the whole film production industry. I'm working as a videographer now, which it's been so good. I've only been there for about a month as I'm making this video, but it's been amazing. Been learning so much, confidence been boosting, gaining so many skills, meeting so many new people, and it's just been so good. It's been really, really good, and it's just been really tough. That obviously the last few years we had like the pandemic to think about, and obviously everything else that was happening like in my life, really. Yeah, since then, really, it's like especially this year, things have really been they've been really going up for me, and it's been great. It's been really great. But yeah, like, nah, it's been really, really good. I'm just losing my train of thought, really, at the minute, but it's been really, really good. Learning so many skills, and it's great to be able to finally say that I'm like a videographer in the industry now. It's just I'm still balancing two jobs because it's only part-time at the minute for a company, but it's like being able to go and do a good couple of days a week is great, really. It's really great. And then obviously I've still got my main job as well, but like, what does this mean for the channel? So what this means for the channel is obviously having two jobs. It's very, very tricky to be able to find time to upload. As you guys will know, it's been quite hard, like, for me to kind of like make videos, and like once upon a time I was making loads of different content, man. I was making loads of different content. It wasn't just Unbelievable Throwing Knife or Call of Duty. It was like horror games. It was like, I know, Fortnite once upon a time, and like I know I worked quite hard on those Fortnite videos. But yeah, there was like a lot of horror games. There was even VR stuff that I was doing at one point, and I've still got that set up. It's just finding the time to be able to do it with two jobs. It's quite tricky, really. But yeah, so it's that's just kind of what I'm wanting to say, really, without stretching this video out or anything. Two jobs, it's quite tricky being able to upload, but it's like, why do I want to make this video out of the blue to you guys? Like, why do I want to do that? It's because I've been talking recently, especially on Twitter. If you don't follow me, link to my Twitter is in the description below. I'm very active on there. You'll know first things first, like you'll know first come about any videos that I'm working on and when they go live as well. So it's a good place to check me out on, really. But I've also been talking about Kulski's comeback on there. Kulski's comeback, I've been working on some videos. I've been hitting some clips recently as well. I know I did have quite a bit of a phase where I was making Warzone YouTube shorts. That I still want to do. I've not been finding the time for that, but I know Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 has came out, and there's a new Warzone map to play, so I'm looking forward to trying that out, so I will get to that at some point. But more importantly, like, being able to like make more content, like more like variety content, I want to get back into it. I really do. It's like my channel is over 10 years old, but it's like ever since I first started, when I was just 13, 14 years old back in like 2013, yeah, it was 2013 when I started my channel. So I think I'd been about 14 years old then. And I'm 24 now. It's crazy how far my channel was coming that time. But it's like, I still love it. I still love it to this very day. It may not seem like it because I've just not really been uploading as often as I used to, but it's all just because of time. Obviously, times have changed. I'm getting older, but it's like I still want to like make videos, but obviously I've not been able to do them as often now that I'm working 2 jobs and life is really busy and all that. But it's great to be able to finally make this video for you guys because that's specifically what I've been wanting. Ooh, excuse me. I just had dinner recently as well, so excuse me. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been wanting to say really, that I've been really wanting to get back into it, like trying to make all the different kinds of content that I used to make. And I've got a whole new setup now as well. I know I could probably show you the setup, but it's like it's going to take quite a bit for me to do really. I might show something on screen now actually. But yes guys, so this is like the setup here. This is a Mac Studio M1 Ultra. It's a very top end what do you call it, setup really with the computer in that. And like, I tend to do a lot of my videography work through this now. So you see all of that. My PS5, 4, 3, and then all of my Funko Pops of Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, that's what my setup has been like for years when I've been hitting all these clips for you guys or making a lot of my videos. It would actually be a different room though. It'd be like just through the wall around the corner of the house. That's where I used to play like all the horror games and stuff and do all the VR horror games as well. But yeah, it's like, I talk about all this because I would love to get back into it. And I go on about Kulski's comeback and everything like that. Kulski's comeback. It's like I want to get back into it, but it's like I don't want to like say that I'm going to do it and then it doesn't like work out in a sense. It's like because I know how much I would love to do it again, just because I've missed being able to do it. It's so much fun. Still like 10 years onwards, but it's like it's just been difficult. But yeah, no, it's great to be back making videos for you guys, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make some like more like variety content soon, get back on the horror games and all that good stuff. But like I said, it's like I don't know if I want to make any promises about that because of how busy life has been, and it's like I've just been kind of focusing on that really, and like my career going forward. It's like this whole setup that I mean, it wasn't cheap, like this setup that you see now, but it's like that's what 2 jobs has paid for really. So yeah, but But yeah, and it's like I use this sort of stuff for like videography, and yeah, really. So that's kind of how busy life has been. I believe that might be about everything. But one thing I will say is I have a second channel now. I have a second channel. Link is in the description below. It's not going to be quite as active as this channel, but that's basically where I've been doing all my videography work. So if you want to go check that out, then you can do. But it's just where I've been working with like musicians and artists and I don't know, like businesses and companies, like making videos to promote their companies and stuff like that. Like what a videographer does really. That's just kind of how it is. But yeah, so yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to really. Hopefully that's updated you guys, and hopefully I'm gonna be able to make some more like variety content for you guys very soon. Like I said, don't want to make any promises about Kulski's comeback, but I mean, I'm working on a few videos as it is. I'm going to do my best, but most importantly, just have fun with it. That's all I want to do. And then hopefully just grow a bit of a community, just so then like there's like more people to talk to and like just, you know, have fun like talking to you guys and stuff like that in the comments, because that's something that I really love. So it's yeah, but that's just kind of the goal really. No big goal of going for 1 million subscribers or like that. As much as I'd love that, but no, there's no goal like that. It's just to have fun, and that's why I'm making this video. So yeah, anyway, I believe that is all. Hopefully I've not rambled on too much. It's great to be back. And yeah, just thank you guys so much for watching. It's great to talk to you again. And I'm looking forward to making more content for you guys very soon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and stuff. And I shall see you guys later on. Stay cool, guys. Peace! And subscribe. See you guys.